Welcome back to English SpekNest, where English isn't just a language, it's a feeling. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Ethan. And I have to say, Olivia, you walked in today with the biggest coffee cup I've ever seen.
Okay, in my defense, it's Monday, and my niece slept over last weekend, and I have not recovered emotionally or physically.
How old is she now?
She's 6. 6 going on 35. She asked me yesterday, and I quote, "Auntie Olivia, why don't you have a husband yet?"
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I said, "Sweetheart, why don't you have a husband yet?" And she goes, "Because I'm 6. And I said, "Exactly, same energy."
That's amazing. See, this is why family conversations are gold. Kids will roast you faster than any comedian.
Honestly. And that's actually a perfect way to ease into today's topic. Because when we say family, everyone pictures something different. Some of us picture chaos, some of us picture comfort, some of us picture both at the same time.
Both. Definitely both. So grab your coffee, settle in, get cozy, because today's episode is going to feel like sitting at the kitchen table with your two best friends, just talking about life.
Let's get into it. Okay, Olivia, let me ask you something. When someone says, "Tell me about your family," in English, what's the first thing that comes out of your mouth?
Honestly, I usually start with my mom. I don't know why. She's just the center of gravity in my family. Everything kind of orbits around her.
Oh, see, that's beautiful. Most people start with numbers. I have 3 siblings, 2 parents, 1 dog. Like they're listing ingredients in a recipe.
I have a family. Serves 4.
Exactly. But your version, she's the center of gravity? That's how you talk about family in English. With imagery, with feeling.
Okay, so what would you say first?
I'd probably start with my dad. He's a quiet man, but when he speaks, the whole room listens. That kind of vibe.
Oh, I love that. When he speaks, the whole room listens. That's so much better than just saying, "My dad is serious."
Right? And that's the lesson for today. Show, don't tell.
Okay, let's break this down for our listeners. When we talk about family in English, there are a few key categories. We've got the immediate family. That's your parents, siblings, kids if you have any.
And then the extended family. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, in-laws.
And then there's the chaotic third category, the family friends who are basically family.
Oh yes, the honorary aunts and uncles.
My Aunt Linda is not even related to me. She's just been at every birthday since I was born.
That's so American, honestly. We collect family. We don't just inherit it.
That's a great line, Ethan. We collect family.
Because family isn't always blood. Sometimes it's the people who choose to stay.
Okay, so let's give people some real usable English. When you describe a family member, you want to go beyond, he is tall, she is nice, right?
Exactly. Try something like, "My older brother is the kind of guy who would give you the shirt off his back."
Oh, beautiful. Or, my mom has this laugh that fills the entire house.
Yes. Or, my grandfather had hands like leather, but a heart like a marshmallow.
Okay, that one got me.
It's true, though. He was a tough guy on the outside, but the softest man I've ever known.
Is he still with you?
No, he passed about 4 years ago. But I still talk about him in the present tense sometimes. Is that weird?
No, that's not weird. That's love.
Okay. Before I make everyone cry, let's switch gears.
Please.
Tell me about a family memory from when you were a kid. Like one that just instantly puts a smile on your face.
Oh, man. Okay, so every Sunday, and I mean
Every Sunday, my dad would make pancakes. But he wasn't just making pancakes, he was performing.
Performing?
Yes! He would flip them in the air, sing this ridiculous made-up pancake song, and try to make them in the shapes of animals. They never looked like animals. They looked like, I don't know, blobs.
Mutant blobs.
Mutant pancake blobs. And we'd be sitting at the counter, my brother and I, just dying laughing. And my mom would walk in, roll her eyes, and say, "Your father thinks he's a chef."
I love that. See, that is how you describe family in English. You give people a scene, you let them in.
And the thing is, Sunday pancakes weren't really about pancakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were about belonging.
Exactly.
Okay, my turn. So growing up, I had this older sister, Rachel, and Rachel was convinced, like 100% convinced, that she was adopted.
Wait, why?
Because she had blonde hair and the rest of us had brown hair. She was 8 years old, sitting at the dinner table one night, and she just goes completely serious. "I would like to know when you were planning to tell me I'm adopted."
Stop it!
My mom literally choked on her water. My dad just looked up from his newspaper and said, "Rachel, you're not adopted, you're just blonde."
You're just blonde. That's going to be on a t-shirt.
And the funny thing is, she still brings it up at every family gathering, like 20 years later. "Remember when you guys almost convinced me I wasn't adopted?"
That's the thing about families. Every family has those legendary stories that just never die.
Never. And the best part? When you tell those stories in English with the right rhythm, the right pauses, the right details, people lean in. They want to hear more.
Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this conversation and want more English podcast episodes like this, don't forget to subscribe to English SpekNest and turn on notifications. We post new episodes every single week, and honestly, it means the world to us when you hit that button.
Yeah. And listen, if today's episode is making you think about your own family, share it with someone you love. That might be the best thing you do all week.
Okay, back to the conversation. Ethan, here's something I find fascinating. The way Americans talk about family is so different from how other cultures do it. Have you noticed that?
Huge difference. In America, the second a kid turns 18, boom, they're expected to move out. Independence is everything.
Right. Whereas in a lot of other cultures, you live with your parents until you get married, sometimes even after you get married.
And neither one is wrong, by the way. They're just different versions of love.
I love that. Different versions of love.
I had a friend in college from the Philippines. His grandmother, his parents, his sister, and her kids all lived in the same house. And he used to tell me, "Ethan, I'm never lonely, I'm never bored, but I'm also never alone."
Oh, that's so real.
And then he'd come visit my house in Ohio, just me and my parents, and he'd go, "Where is everyone? Why is it so quiet?"
Where's the chaos?
And honestly, I kind of envied his house sometimes. There's something beautiful about that constant noise. Kids running around, someone always cooking, someone always laughing.
Family is rich in a way that money can never be.
That's a line right there. Write that down, folks.
Okay, listeners, I want you to think about something. If you had to describe your family in just 3 words, what would they be? Just 3.
That's such a good question. Mine would be loyal, loud, and lovingly weird.
Lovingly weird?
Lovingly weird. Trust me, you'd meet them once and understand.
Mine would be warm, complicated, and home.
Home. That's powerful.
Because at the end of the day, no matter how complicated my family gets,
they're still the place I run to.
And drop your 3 words in the comments, by the way. We're going to read them. Seriously, we love reading what you guys write. Okay, Olivia, can I get real for a minute?
Always.
There was a time in my life, I think I was about 24, where I didn't speak to my dad for almost a year.
A year?
Whole year. We had this huge fight. I won't get into the details, but it was bad. Words were said, doors were slammed, and I was so proud, so stubborn that I just stopped calling.
What happened?
My mom called me one day. She said, "Ethan, your father misses you. He'll never say it, but he does." And I said, "Mom, if he misses me, he can call me." And she just said something I'll never forget. She said, "Ethan, one day you'll wish you could just hear his voice. Don't wait until then."
Oh, wow.
So I drove home that weekend. 6 hours. Didn't even tell him I was coming. I walked in. He was sitting in his chair watching the news. And he looked up at me, and he didn't say anything. He just stood up and hugged me.
No words?
No words. Sometimes family doesn't need them.
That's so beautiful, Ethan. And I think a lot of people listening right now needed to hear that.
Yeah. Because we waste so much time. With the people we love, we hold grudges over things that won't matter in 5 years. And then one day, the chance to fix it is just gone.
Tell your people you love them while you still can. That story, Ethan, it reminds me of my grandmother. She raised me, basically. My parents both worked 2 jobs when I was little, so I spent most of my time at her house.
What was she like?
She was tiny, like 4'11", and she had this enormous personality. She'd boss everyone around, including my grandfather, who was 6'2".
That's amazing.
And she taught me everything. How to cook, how to sew, how to talk to people, how to listen to people. She used to say, "Olivia, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason."
Wise woman.
And when she passed, I remember just sitting at her kitchen table. And it was the first time the house was quiet. And I realized the silence wasn't sad. It was full of everything she'd given me.
That's a beautiful way to grieve.
I still cook her recipes every Sunday, and every time I do, I feel like she's right there next to me, telling me I'm doing it wrong.
That's love. You know what I've realized, Olivia? The lessons our families teach us, we don't even realize we're learning them at the time.
100%. Like, my mom never sat me down and said, "Let me teach you how to be kind." She just was kind every single day, and I absorbed it.
That's the best kind of teaching, the kind you don't notice.
And then you grow up and you find yourself doing something like, I don't know, holding the door open for a stranger. And you think, oh my God, I'm my mother.
I look in the mirror sometimes and I see my dad's face staring back at me. It's terrifying.
Right? And then it stops being terrifying and it starts being comforting.
That's the gift of family. You carry them with you, even when they're not in the room.
I want to talk to whoever's listening right now. Maybe you're driving, maybe you're cooking, maybe you're on your way home from work.
Maybe you're going through something tough with your family right now.
Maybe you haven't spoken to someone you love in a long time. Maybe there's a phone call you've been putting off.
Make that call. Today. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until next week.
Because the people in our lives, they won't always be here. And the saddest words in the English language are, I should have.
I should have called. I should have visited. I should have said I'm sorry.
Don't let your story end with, I should have.
Okay, let's bring it back to some practical English, because I want our listeners to walk away with actual phrases they can use today.
Let's do it. So, when you're describing your family in English, here are some phrases that sound supernatural.
Number 1, we're a really close-knit family. That means your family is very tight, very connected.
I love that one. Or, my brother and I are like night and day. That means you're completely different from each other.
That's me and my sister. She's the responsible one. I'm the chaos.
Another good one, he takes after our dad. That means he looks like or acts like your dad.
Or you can say, she's the spitting image of her mother. Spitting image. That means she looks exactly like her mom.
That's such a weird expression when you think about it. Spitting image.
Don't think about it too hard. You'll get weirded out.
Okay, here's another one. We don't always see eye to eye, but at the end of the day, family is family.
Oh, that's a huge one. Use that one. It's so American.
And finally, they're my rock. That means they're the people who keep you grounded. They're your support.
Those phrases right there, those will make you sound like a native speaker when you talk about family. Hey, Olivia, here's a question I want to throw at you. If you could have dinner with one family member, past or present, who would it be?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Take your time.
My great-grandmother. I never met her. She died before I was born. But I've heard so many stories about her. She came to America from Ireland with nothing. Like, nothing. Just a suitcase and a dream. And she built this whole life. And every member of my family today exists because of her courage.
Wow. I'd love to just sit with her, have a cup of tea, and say thank you. We made it. We're okay.
That gave me chills.
What about you?
My grandfather, the one with the leather hands and marshmallow heart. I'd want him to meet my future kids. He never got to. But I'd love for him to know I'm going to raise them the way you raised me. Quiet strength, big heart.
That's beautiful. You know what I've learned from doing this episode, Ethan?
What?
Talking about your family isn't just an English exercise. It's a way of remembering who you are, where you came from, who shaped you.
Beautifully said. And here's the thing. When you can describe your family in English in a real, emotional, human way, you're not just practicing a language. You're sharing your heart with the world.
And people connect with that across cultures, across languages, across borders.
Because no matter where you're from, Brazil, Vietnam, Egypt, Germany, anywhere, everybody understands family.
Family is the universal language.
And English is just the bridge. Before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with one thought.
Go ahead.
Your family, whether they're perfect, whether they're complicated, whether they're far away, whether they're gone, they made you you. Every quirk, every strength, every weakness, every laugh, every fear, they're part of your story.
And when you talk about them in English, in your native language, in any language, you're keeping them alive. You're honoring them. You're saying, I am here because they were here.
That's powerful.
So tonight, before you go to bed, call them, text them, hug them if they're in the next room. And if they're not here anymore, whisper their name. Tell them you remember.
Because love doesn't end. It just changes shape.
All right, friends, what an episode. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today.
Seriously, the fact that you choose to spend an hour of your day with us, it means everything.
Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about this topic? How would you describe your family in English? What's a memory that just makes you smile every time you think about it?
Drop it in the comments. We read every single one. And honestly, some of the best conversations on our channel happen down there.
And if this episode moved you, helped you, or made you smile, please hit that like button, subscribe to English SpekNest, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode.
Share it with someone who needs to hear it today. You might just be the reason they pick up the phone.
Until next time, I'm Olivia.
And I'm Ethan. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your people.
And we'll see you in the next episode of English SpekNest.